This conference will now be recorded.
Perfect.
So Ruben, one question actually was
Yes,
chat from
tell me.
yesterday. So
Go ahead.
I was trying to implement like the save button and delete button. So the save button is showing up, but delete button is not showing up in the screen. Even I
Delete
copy paste the
button,
syntax,
it's not showing up.
not showing up.
Okay. Yesterday, did we put the delete button? I think yes, and
I
we
think
deleted
yes,
one, right? Okay,
yes.
let us check this out. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? Any other doubts? Any other challenges that you are not able to do something?
Yes, Trupam. So
Come
same
here.
issue I was also facing. Edit button is also not able to see.
Edit button is not visible there, but what about the delete button? Was it visible?
No, delete button is also not working, not visible. Save button is visible, but label is unable to see the label. But I can
Because you
see
have
some
not given a
radio
value.
button kind thing.
You should give a value to the button.
Yeah, I
Value.
have mentioned. Yeah, I have
You
mentioned
should
it.
be able to see it then. If you mention the value equals to an action equals to say value equals to this apex command button, then the button has to be visible. There shouldn't be any other option, right? Check the code
Yeah,
again for the save button. It should be working. For edit and delete, let us check and find it out why it's not getting visible. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just copy pasted the save code itself, and even I googled and copy pasted the code there as well. It's both are
It's
same
all
code
the
actually.
same thing. Same. There's nothing. Okay,
That's it.
no problem. We'll check it out. Delete and everything. Yes, I've heard this. So let's check it out. So other than this button issue, I believe that everyone is fine, able to create the Visual Force pages, right? Okay,
Yes, right.
so that's good.
Ruben, meantime, I just IM'd that command button syntax.
The
Whatever I
same thing
used.
as the same command. There's nothing changed in that. Okay, right. Now let's start the CSS piece today, right? And let's see, how the CSS work, and then we will see, or we will look on it, why the buttons are not getting displayed. We will look further into that, right? I request everyone to please go on mute, and in case if you have any doubt, you can definitely at any given time you can unmute yourself, not an issue, right? Okay, I believe that everyone can see my screen. I'm in the developer console at this moment. Let me go ahead and create a new page rather than doing the programming on the same page, because in the page one we have enough of programming that we created, right? So I just don't want to mess up there again. Let me create a fresh new page. You want me to create on the same page, or you want me to create a new page? Your wish. Whatever you feel it's good.
New page will be better, Rupam, to understand in better way.
Yep. Okay. Then let's proceed with the new page. Right. So file, new, Visual Force page. I will say page CSS. Right. I'm giving a name called as page CSS. Right. So we created a new page called as CSS, page CSS. As usual, I can see apex page command. Immediately I will go ahead and I will say sidebar equals to false. Show header equals to false, right? Show header equals to false. Start making an habit going forward. Start making an habit of declaring IDs everywhere. ID equals to what? PG1. It's a page one, or PGCSS. Any ID, right? Unique. Don't try to give a double ID. Like unique ID. Any type of ID you can define. Can we generate an ID? No. It has to be user defined. Perfect. Inside this, now let's start, right? What I'm going to do. Now we are going to put a form command. Let's put inside this form. Apex form. Everyone knows it. Why I'm using a form, right? Apex, right? Form. Form is used to input For any input data, you have to use form command. We did this yesterday, Apex form. Now today, what we'll do is that we will apply style to this form. Space. If you scroll down, there are three types of styling available in Salesforce Visual Force environment. In Apex Visual Force environment, there are three types of style application or applying of style can be done in three different ways. Number one, inline. Number two, internal. Number three, external. There are three ways you can apply style to your components. Each one of them, I will call them as component. Apex form is a component. Page block is a component. Page block section is a component. Each command that you're using are components, are called components. Components. You can apply style to these components in three different ways. Now let us learn about inline. Inline styles are styles specific to a component, component specific, and it's defined within the component itself. For example, Apex form, this is a component. In this form, I will go ahead and I will look for style. You have two, style, style class. Most of the places you'll be able to find this. Almost every component in the Visual Force environment will have style, style class. But sometimes the name can look on tab style. Rather than saying style, it might say tab style. But you'll be able to find a keyword called as style. So I select the keyword called as style. Style equals to. Style equals to. So what I want, from where do I get the styles? Remember that CSS, Cascade Style Sheets. What you have to do is that go to Google, type CSS. Those who are doing it for the first time, they don't know. You can open this W3 School, CSS W3 School. You need not to learn. There is nothing, it's not that it is a prerequisite. Rupam, I don't know CSS. Don't worry. What do you want, right? So I want to go ahead and implement a border. Look for CSS borders. That's it. Whatever border you want. You see that you want a border like this, like a oval shape, border style, dotted, right? You can copy this. Border style equals to dotted. Border style equals to solid. Border style, just copy this line. Control C. Just copy this line. Copy including the semicolon. Control C. I go to my page, right? I go to my Visual Force environment, right? And I say that border style equals to double. Okay. What else you want? What else I want is a question. I will take color also. I will say width also. Width. Again, go to your CSS, right? Again, go to your CSS, right? In the border, right? Border has border width, border color, border sides, shortened, rounded border, border width. I click on border width. Then it will give me border width equals to 2 pixels. Border width equals to 2 pixel. Control C. I come to my page, right? I come to my environment here, right? I say Control V. Border width. What else you want? I want border color. Go back to your CSS. Border color. Click on border color. Scroll down. You have border color equals to green. You can put any color, green, blue, red. You can type the colors, right? Go here, right? Control V, Control V, right? That's enough for the moment. Control S, Control S. Inside the border, I'm applying a page block. APEX, Apex page block. Apex page block. Inside the page block, right? I'll have a Apex page block section. page block section. Inside the section, let me go ahead and put a label. I'm just entering a label now, right? Right. Now, whenever you want two components to bind together, two components to bind together, we use Apex page block section item. We use Apex page block section item. Not able to understand? Let's do it. Apex, I will say output label. What this will give you? This will give me the label. Enter. Sorry, I will say value. Value equals to what? Enter length. Value equals to enter length. Right? Value equals to enter length. We can go ahead and we can stop it directly here. Perfectly fine. This is one of the component we created. Now I want somebody to enter the length. Apex, right? Input text. Why? Because length is not a available field. It's a runtime field, right? Input text for the moment. Control S, right? Now I'm saving it. I want to apply a style to this label. I can go ahead with 3 different ways: inline, internal, external. Let me go ahead inline. So I will look for style then. Style, style. What is this? Here I will go by font size, text, color, right? Font size, colors, and everything. So where it is, here it is. CSS fonts, CSS fonts, font style, font size, right? You can see that. Font size, font style, right? So let's go with the font size. I want to increase the font size. Font size equals to 40 pixel, 30 pixel. Control C, go back, Control V. You can change it. Rather than 30, I will say 20 pixel. Font size 20 pixel. What else you want? I want color, right? COLOR, color. I'm just typing it rather than copying there. Red. I want red. Color red. Font family. Go ahead. Take from here. Font family. Whatever fonts you want, you have complete font family available. Font family, Arial. Font family, Italica. Right? Font style, font family. You can take anything. Font style. Just copy there. Font style equals to italic. Control C. Oh, Control C. See, we are doing inline CSS. CSS which is defined within the component tag. See, these are the CSS that we have defined. Let us go ahead and see the output. How does the output looks? Right? How does the output looks? We'll take it. Right? Control S on the keyboard. I click on preview. My page is loading. Let's wait. You see? Can you see the green, right, box, the form box? The colors are not precisely, it's overlapping. We will do some paddings. You see enter length coming in red now, right? In this, we didn't apply any CSS. By the way, now you see that this and this are two different, two columns. One column is in the length, another column is the right. I want to club this both. This both should come here. Suppose I have one more, enter breadth. I'm copying this. Control C, Control V. I will say enter breadth. Color equals to blue. Color equals to blue. Control S. Let me go ahead. See how it's coming. Enter length, enter breadth. Double line color is not here. What is that? Here it is. 2 pixel. It's not getting sufficient. So 10 pixel. Control S. Let me check the output. 10 pixel. Wow. Oh, see how I'm applying a style to my CSS now pages. Can I do with a page layout? No. Can I change this label colors? right? Bold, italics, styles, right? Any other font? No. Can I change now? Yes. By the way, one more thing we will learn in between. In between the CSS, we will still learn. There's a lot of learning scope. What is that learning scope here? Why this length is here and the length is coming here? I want length and then immediately one box. Then second one, enter breadth and immediately one box. 2 column, no. Now it is going by 2 rows. Why it's going to 2 row? Why not it's coming in 1 row, 2 column? In that case, you have to tell the system that enter length and this input box where I'm entering 7. Enter breadth and input box 9 where I'm entering. These two are one. This is the label, this is the box. These two are combined. You have to tell the system. How can I tell the system? Go ahead. Whenever you want to club two things like this two, whenever you want to club two components together, we take one more command called as apex page block section item. Apex page block section item. Page block section item is used to combine two components as one. Now see that inside the section item, I'm saying, right, label and input. Section item will support only two components, only two. You cannot put the third one here. Two labels. It will take only 2 lines. That's it. Control S. See the difference? What I'm talking about. See, enter length. Label, this one. The now total how many are there? Enter length and the text box is 1. Enter breadth is second component and the third component is the text box. Again, you have to combine this both. To do that, same thing I have to do. These two are individual now. I have to combine. Whenever I want to combine, I use apex page section item. Apex page block section item. Inside this, it will support only 2. So I'm copying it, Control X, and I'm placing here. So today you learned section item. Inside a section, there can be section item. Why we use section item? We use mostly to combine a label to a field. Label to a field, custom label to a custom text field. Whenever you want to combine two components together and display as one, we use section item. Apex section item, page block section item, right? Can I apply CSS to my input text? Yes. Individual component, you can see style. By the way, if you observe, there are 2 lines, style, style class, style, style class. All your inlines are style, style. Once again, I'm copying from the top itself, from here itself. Control C, Control V, right? Can I have a style there? Yes. Control C, Control V, inline style. Here I will say enter the font will be in which color, right? You want Khatarnak colors. Yes. Then how? Use the hexa code. HTML color codes. Color codes. Go to HTML color codes. There we go. We need this color, hexa. You can drag and you can say, this is good. Copy the color code. Control C. Can I apply by color code? Yes. I will say color equals to, going forward is this. Color equals to blue. Your breadth will be in blue color. Your length will be in that green light, contrast green shade. Control S. Let's go ahead and see your output. Enter length. Enter length 78. See color. Enter breadth 56. See. Can I put a background color? Yes. Why not? Go ahead and find the CSS for this. Backgrounds. You see CSS background. Background color equals to red. Background color equals to light blue. Copy this. Control C. Now you can do whatever you want. using a style within the components. Wherever you want to use, you can go ahead and you can use that. Restriction would be inside the page block. There are certain pages, restrictions are there, right? Page block will be restriction, right? You have to find what way you can do it, right? So did I saved it? Yes. Background color is light blue, right? Oh, label I gave, sorry, right? Background color, Control X, italics, Control S, right? See, I filled it, right? 78 on that. You can put any color. Oh, blue color is not good, it's not matching. So say yellow. This is called applying inline CSS. 78, 56. Everyone clear with the inline? The first CSS is called inline CSS. First CSS is called inline CSS. Inline CSS. Inline CSS. Everyone clear with the inline CSS? How the style is getting applied, right? It's just that the CSS, cascade, style, sheet command, you have to go ahead and use. There is no big rocket science. You can go to Google, type CSS. You can go ahead and start taking, right, the CSS from the, right, from your, what do you call it, CSS W3 school. You can start copying it and you can start using them within the command of the component. Enter length, enter breadth. Same way button also. Can I apply color to the button? Yes. Put a command button. Apply the color. No issues. Can I apply inline? Yes. Almost most of the component will support inline. Now, Rupam, both the output label should have the same style, same font. Am I have to copy this every time? I will enter first number, enter second number, enter third number, enter fourth number. There are 4 labels. Is it that I have to do this programming 4 times? No. The next concept is called internal CSS. What is internal CSS? What is an internal CSS? Internal CSS are written within the style tag. For example, in the page, I will define style, style command, style start, style ends. Internal CSS are written in a style. Here it is. Style, style, style. Here you can define style. For example, right, body is what? The complete page is body. The complete page is called body. Perfect. Let's define a complete page color. BODY, body, body. This is the body style. Like this, you have to keep on defining. Like this, you have to keep on defining. Body, body, right? Body. With me, guys, everyone, right? Next, I will say H1. One more definition I'm making. Style start, style ends, right? Style start, style ends, right? 2 styles I'm defining. Body. In the body, what do you want to define? I want to define the background color. I'm going to my CSS, right? Background color. Copy this and I'm pasting it here. I will say pink, pink, Control S. Automatically, this will be applied to the body. Automatically, this will be applied to the body, right? So that the whole page body is pink now, except that section, the section color, because for that you have to add, these are the component above the body, right? So it's not taking the background. Wherever there's a, right, if you put 2 section, you can insert a different section colors. So body, perfect. Do you want a borders, background, something, you can keep on going ahead. You can start using it. Similarly, H1. One more. What is that? I'll go ahead. I will say font size. I have the command already here. Let me copy it. Font size 50 pixel. Font color. Already I have white to take color red. I will say color, whichever color you want. You can go to HTML color code. You can get the colors. Right? That looks good. Control C. Right? Colors. Don't forget this H1. Now I will use H1 here. H1. 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 Inside this, I'll say Apollo Hospitals. Control S. Go ahead and see the output. Go ahead and see the output. I want it to be in the middle. Now, there we go. We are coming slowly to the things. Apollo Hospital. more big heading you want? Wherever I'll use H1. H1 is font is 50, color is this. Whatever is there inside the H1 will now be with this style. These are called as internal style. You are defining internal style. Internal style. Style which is applicable throughout the component, throughout the apex page. Right? Wherever you put H1, you'll be able to see this. Inside this, if you want to write something and you say H1, right? Here also I can use H1 command. You can define H2, H3, right? Let's assume that you define, right? Whatever you define inside this and you start writing, right? It will be taking that. Can I put this whole output label inside the H1? Control V, Control X, Control V. See, H1, H1. Can I do this? What's the problem? Might have more than 2 child components. Let's see. Control S. Right. Did we create any issues anywhere? Right. Let me first Control S. Right. Let me save. Right. H1. Right. Can I use more than one H1? Let's see, because it gave something called as more than one child component or something. Right. Let us go ahead and check it out. Control C. Right. Let's not listen what it says. Apollo Hospital, Hyderabad. Right. And in between, I want a paragraph. P tag, one paragraph to be there. Paragraph. Control S. Can I use more than one H1? Yes. It will not stop me. See, Apollo Hospital, Hyderabad, it came. Perfect output. Right. Now, I was doing some trial and error. Can I use a label here, H1? And can I close? Can I make this whole tag as H1? Right. No. H1 must be terminated with an end tag. Yep, there is an end tag there. Control S. Have no more than 2 child components. Right. Why? Because section item will take not more than 2. So now there is a 1, 2. This is the third one. Okay, Rupam. If it doesn't take, no issues. Section cannot take more than 2. No. It's okay. One section can have only 2. Remember that I told you. Section will take only 2 components. So okay, let's remove this H1 from here. Control X. Can I put it outside H1? Can I put the whole section inside the H1? Control X. Right. Control S. Is it possible? Yes. Now what will happen? Press enter. Right. Why it's coming in the center? Did we do anything else? Nothing. See, it's not getting applied. It's not getting applied. Because this has been overwritten by the length, breadth. Keep on testing all these things. can we do all these things or not? I leave it at you to do all
So
these
Rupam,
things.
is it because inline got precedence over the other
Yes,
one?
that's correct. That's correct. Obviously, inline has one CSS. On that, I'm taking internal CSS to be applied. Two CSS are there, right? So which one it's taking, the inline has a preference. Whatever you define in the inline will take first. Perfect. Now let's come to the original topic. Yes, Rupam, everything is going good. Now I want to apply, right? I want to apply a CSS to this form again. Okay, let's do it another way, right? Let me teach you in a different way then. Now, okay, this whole form, I will put inside a box called as div. Div is a box equal to a page block. Div command. I control X, I cut the div so that the whole Apex form I'm placing inside a div. Form ends, I will say div ends. Form ends, this div command is containing the right div. Div is for a division box. Here I will say these are HTML. I will say what? I will go ahead and I will say class. Whenever you want to apply an CSS to an HTML, we use class keyword. Class equals to what? Box. I'm just giving a label to this called class equals to box. Control S. Where is this box? Here I'll define now. Whenever you define such thing, use with dot. Dot box. Dot box. Dot box. I'm defining the box. Oh, this should be here, no? Okay. Every time I'm placing there, so let me place it here. Dot box. Whenever you're using a keyword called as class, or if you're using style class, style class equals to box, then I don't need to write the style. I don't need to write the inline style. I can define them in the box and I can use it everywhere. Here also I can say, rather than saying style, I can say style class, spacebar. Style class equals to box. So everywhere, whatever you define in the box will be applied. Right? I have 20 labels like this. Here now 2 only, length, breadth. Inline, defining on the line. No, I don't want to write this code again everywhere. So in that case, use internal CSS using style class. Style class, style class, box, style class, box. You cannot use both. Style class, any one. Now I'm defining box. Sorry, I'm defining box. Box. What do you want? Now let's understand through some paint. We will talk about paddings and margins. Paddings and margins. Paddings and margins. Let's talk about it. By default, every component or every element that you put start from 0, 0 position. From this corner it starts. I want to bring this box here in the center. What I will do, I want to place it here. It's taking 0, 0. Then this piece is called, right, margin. Margin. Whatever you are able to see from the page, these are all margins. These are all margins. Margins. You call them as margin. Left margin, right margin, top margin, left margin, right margin, right margin. Oh, sorry, that's a top margin. Control Z. Top margin, bottom margin, and this is left margin. Inside this box, I have an element called as enter length. Enter length. This will also start from 0, 0 here, touching the. I want it to push like this, little here. Whenever you want to push like this pushing is called padding. Left padding, top padding, right padding, right, bottom padding. These are called paddings. Padding. Padding is internal to the elements. Padding. Margins are from the page. Margins are from the page. With me, what I'm saying? Margin are from the page. Right? So keep on watching now. Box. Box. Margin left. Right? If I have 2 margins, that's enough. I don't need to meet all the 4 margins. From the left, push 300. From the top, push 200. Let's take an example. Right? From that left, push 300. From the top, push 200. So that's I'm going to write here now. Margin. If you want to go to the CSS, you'll be able to see that. Margins. Paddings and margins. Margin. Left margin, right margin, margin top, margin. So margin what? Right margin. I'm taking this right margin. Right margin. Control C. Go ahead, apply it. Right margin equals to, I want 350. Top margin equals to what? Go to the CSS. Copy top margin. Top margin equals to 300. The whole form is inside the box. 300. It will be applied to the division. Here's the division. Inside the division, there is a box. Control S. These are called as internal styles. Whenever you are using a style sheets, they are called as internal style. So that where the length and breadth is coming now. See what I said? What margin I used? Right margin. Oh, sorry. I should have used left margin. Margin right. So it's taking from the right side. Margin left. Control S. Now you can see that. You can start playing with it. Woof. Then I want to push it from right also. Margin left, margin right. You can skew it as you want. Margin right, margin right, margin right equals to 350. Let's see what happens. It's a trial and error game. See, from there 350, from here 350. Enter length. How I'm controlling a section. How I'm controlling the whole form. The whole form I'm controlling now. Wherever you want. See, any type of custom development you can do. Any type of custom development you can perform, you can do here. Right? Any type of custom developments. Enter length, enter breadth. Guys, able to understand? Yes or no? What I'm doing? Can I define the height and width? Yes. I still okay. The box is there. Height and can I define the padding? Yes. I want to push this a little bit more. Can I define? Yes. Start doing it. Oh, sorry. Right. See, these are called as what? Inline. Can I remove this style command? Yes. Can I say style? Can I use internal style there? Yes. Style class equals to box. Whatever has been defined in the box will be applied there now. Subject is that the place should be there. Obviously, box has a left margin, right margin. Margins are only for the components. Inside the components a padding. So even though if I apply, nothing will apply. Right? Can I do like this? Yes. You can define one more called as dot labels. Then you can say style class equals to label. Everywhere, whenever you create a label, you can say style class equals to label. You can do that. I'm just restoring it back to its original state. Right? This is called inline. Rupam, in my page, there are so many scriptings are there. Right? I can't write like this long, then my page is getting long. Oh, so sad. Yes. Then let's learn external scripting. Control X. Control X. I'm not writing any style command here on the page. Right? Control X, Control Z, sorry. Right? The whole style, Control X. I can go ahead and paste in a notepad. Notepad. I can go ahead and paste in a notepad. Right? And then I can say file, save as. File, save as. Save as where? In your folder. Let's go ahead. C drive. I go to your folder called as OF97. I'll say that my style dot css. My style dot css. Save it as css. Save. Close. File, exit. There is no style here. I want to apply the styles. I want to apply the styles. What you will do? We will call now external. External. To call an external, that file has to be loaded. Where will you load it? You will load in the static resource. The way we loaded the images. Develop. Scroll down. Static resources. New static resource. What is that? I will say my style. My style. Choose the file. Choose the file. Where you have the style you have copied. OF97 mystyle.css. Here it is. Open it. Public. Save. It loaded here. I loaded in the static resource. Can I use this my style now in the page? Yes. Where is the development? Let's go here. I'm calling an external CSS. CSS which is not in the page. I want to use this CSS in all the pages. Why should I write the CSS command in every page? I can define one file and I have 20 Visualforce pages. Every page has to have a pink, TRS pink, right? So hence I will define all the related style and I can use it wherever I want. So how to include it? Apex style sheet. See, Apex style sheet value equals to. Now I will point to my exclamation. As I told you, resource is a universal or a global table. Dollar resource, resourc resource dot my style dot the style name, whatever the file name it is. Save. System is checking whether the file is available. Yep, it's available. Same output, right? The background is getting lost. That's the only thing which is getting lost. You see that background is TRS pink. The background of the page is getting lost. Otherwise, your H1, your H2, your everything is getting applied. Right? Check it out why it's getting lost. Right? We have observed that sometimes external CSS, the background get lost. You can see some limitation. See, my styles are not there. H1 Hyderabad. Where is H1 in this? Include the sheet. Load the sheet and do it. We call them as external style. We call them as external styles. So total there are 3 ways to apply a style. Inline. These are inline. Inline. Internal, not there. Currently I have removed it. External, yes, at line number this. Yes. So let me put internal also. Right. Now all the three styles are here. Internal, external, inline. Three ways you can apply style to your pages. Go ahead. Now you have everything. See. See. So now, right? Oh, I have to open that file again. The only problem with external is that every time now for this H1, I want to control. Then you have to open that file. You have to make the change to the file. Again, you have to upload to the file. If it's an external CSS, you want to make any change to the CSS, then in that case you have to do. We prefer if there are any standard in the real time, if there are any standard designs, we put them in an external CSS. Any dynamic are in internal. Inline, we use rare. We don't write styles in the inline. We use external for standard, right? Any dynamic style, we declare them in the internal within the style command. Right? Inline styles are rarely used in real time. These are called time consuming process. Everyone clear what we did? How can you apply the styles to your pages? Yes. You know how to put a colors, designs, and everything. See, we did this. Clear, guys? Everyone good, confident, able to understand? Yes, no? Yes or no?
Yes, Rupam, which style do we use the most in developing time?
I told you, no? External or internal. We don't use inline CSS more. In real time, we use external if it's a standard. If it's project specific or in a page specific dynamic, in that case, we use it in style. I mean, that is internal. Clear?
Yeah, thank you.
Now,
Rupam, how important is CSS for an Apex developer or Apex Solutions developer, like in terms of interview?
see, definitely for the interview purposes, what are the types of CSS you have? How can you apply CSS to your Visual Force page? That's it. They will, because see, these all designing are not our work. This colors, color codes, and everything will be a designing team, right? My
Okay,
work is
you
to
don't need
kind
to
of
remember the syntax and all these things, right?
no. Oh, you don't need to remember those all background colors, syntax, and everything. Your designing team will give you all the CSS to be used,
Okay.
and you will just apply them here. That's it. I don't. So the way that I am going to the border color, right? I need to find whether they want a double border, whether they want a single border, right? This will be a designing team. Designing team will say client is interested in double border. See, double border.
Okay.
See
Okay, and is
what
it the
double?
same for HTML too, or do we need to learn HTML?
Yes, not required. That's
Okay.
enough, right? Now, enough of development we have done with Visual Force, right? As of now, you should be confident to create a beautiful page. You should be able to find beautiful page, right? Beautiful page you should be able to create, right? You should be able to create a beautiful page with all the forms and everything. Any requirement page, whether it's a Telangana Rashtriya Samiti registration page, party registration page, whether it's a Apollo Hospital inpatient admission page, can you create? Yes. Now, these are all in the development. How can I deploy this? Rupam, you told that the ID will be taken dynamically. Now I created this page. Where should I put it? I can't tell the users to come and click on preview every time. No. Right, perfectly fine. All my pages are developed. Page 1, page 2, and page CSS. There are 3 pages that we have developed. Let's go ahead and deployment. The pages can be deployed in 4 ways. On page layout, you can call them using a tab. You can call them using a button. You can call them using a button. You can call them using a link. First, let us call them using a tab. First, let us call them using a tab. I'm switching to Lightning. Lightning do support backward compatibility. That is nothing but your classic environment, because it's just a matter of display. So it says, okay, if it's just a matter of display, then I don't have any issues. It's a display, no? So I'll do the display. Fine. Now we are going to the matter of display. Setup. There are 4 ways of deploying these pages that we created. How the end user will access this page? End user can access this page using 4 ways. Number 1, tab. I'm in setup, user interface, scrolling down to tabs. How many types of tabs are there? There are 4 types of tabs: object tab, web tab, Visual Force tab, Lightning tab. We have been working on object tab. Now let us go ahead and say Visual Force tab. New, Visual Force tab, new. What is that Visual Force page? See that? Your pages are listed here. Page CSS. What is that name? I will say CLCULAT or calculator. What is the tab style? Inky Pinky Ponky, father has a donkey. It stopped here. Randomly I have picked something. Click next. For which profile? All the profile on. Click next. For which solution? I will say it is for hospital solution as well as an airline. 2 places. Save. Perfect. Done. Next time you go to your hospital management, you should be able to access it now. View all. View all. I go to my hospital management. I should be able to see a tab called as calculator. Here it is. You can see that the last one is called calculator. I click on calculator and you see that your calculator page will open now. See, your calculator page is open. Your end user will access this page like this. Calculator. Like this you'll have with the help of a tab. You can deploy a Visual Force page with the help of a tab. Tab I can deploy. I've deployed this. Second deployment. So with the help of a Visual Force tab, you can deploy. Tab, first deployment. Second deployment, with the help of a page layout. We created account, right? Standard controller equals to account, if you remember. So let me go to the account, object manager. I open the account object. I can go to the page layout. If you want, delete this all layouts or open the existing layout. Remove all the sections, put your page there. Wait. Remove all the sections, put your page there, or drag and drop a section. I'm not removing the default one. I'm just showing you in case if you want to do. I'll say new section. right? I don't want to show, right? I will set a one column. There we go. New section comes. I scroll down, click on Visual Force page. You can see your pages here. VF 2001 page 1. Where do you want? I want to be visible here. Oh, it's too small. So go ahead, click on the properties, right? Height equals to 400. Show scroll bar. Yes, if it's not sufficient, show the scroll bar. You want to show the label? No. Okay. See, I've put it in my account page layout. Save. Done. Let's go to the end user screen. End user can access whenever they access account, they should be able to see this page layout that you created. I go to the sales module. I go to the sales module, right? I click on account, right? I click on Government of India. Oh, it's not opening. It will take time for it to deploy, right? 4-page layouts or what? Switch to classic and see. Whenever I go to account, I should be able to see this. Account, Government of India. See, my page is coming out there. See, in my page layout. I just didn't remove the bottom one. This is all I have, right? This is what we created. See, here still my other sections are there. If you can want to remove it and put this page. See, Visual Force page can be deployed. Can I deploy it using a button? Yes, you can put a button. Can I override the new? Whenever somebody clicks on new, I want this page to load. Yes, you can. How? Button links and action, right? You can go ahead, edit button, new button. See, standard page. Click on edit. That means the new button. Now overwrite with the Visual Force page. Which page? Page 1. In a classic. In Lightning also, overwrite with what? Lightning requires a Lightning page. See? Unless and until no Rupam, why this page is not coming up in Lightning? I want this page to be there in Lightning. Let's see how I can do. See, Lightning I'm getting none. In the Lightning, it's not showing up that page. Why? Because it's a classic. You just told that it's a backward compatible. Now you are just saying that no, it's not possible. What is this? Yes, it's backward compatible. How can I make it? I'm once again going back. I'm coming out of everything. I'm going to my development. I go to my custom code. I look for Visual Force. I open the page 1, whichever page it is, all the pages which I want Lightning compatibility. Right? I click on edit. Right? I click on edit. You have a checkbox here. Available for Lightning experience. Check this. Check this. And then click save. Now it is Lightning compatible. You just made it Lightning compatible. You just made this page 1 as Lightning compatible by clicking edit button. Can I make the other pages also Lightning compatible? Yes. Page CSS. I open it. This is the programming that we did today. I click on edit. I go ahead and I say check this box called as available for Lightning experience. As soon as you check, this becomes Lightning compatible. Classic is now Lightning compatible. Now go ahead where I want to overwrite the button object manager. Whose button? Whenever somebody goes to account and click the new, system should load the page. So buttons, links and actions. Which button you want to overwrite? I want to overwrite the new button. Here it is. Edit. Whenever it's a classic, overwrite with a Visual Force page. Right? Lightning, overwrite with a Visual Force page. Still, it's not coming. It will take little time for conversion and everything. Lightning compatible. Save. Right? For a lightning, use classic override. Okay, perfect. Next time when you come here, switch. Whenever somebody clicks on this new button, it'll load your page. See, it is loading your page now, the new button. So with a button I can deploy. This is called as existing button override. Can I create a new button? Yes, you can create a new button or a new link. New button, new link. I will say button page equals to my VF. Let the button comes. My VF, my Visual Force page. That's the button name. Whatever button, I want a page button. What do you want to execute? I want to execute a Visual Force page. Which Visual Force page? You can see system is showing page 1. Whichever is, why it's not showing Rupam, the CSS page? Inside the buttons and layouts, you can see only wherever it's connected to the standard controller. Those only will be seen. Next time when I go to this account, I'll be able to see any, oh, did we put the button? No. Next, I have to go to the page layout. I have to drag and drop that button to that page layout. I'm deploying it where buttons, my VF, custom button, save. Quickly it will be deployed here. I open Government of India. I should be able to see a button called my VF. See? And by the way, you see that in this, go to the output section. Whose information is loaded here? Did you give the ID? Did I said ID equals to Government of India ID? No, it loaded automatically. Automatically it's showing contact related cases of Government of India. See, this is our custom table that we created. Automatically system is showing, right? I scroll down and I'll say account information page, right? Account information. See, automatically by default Government of India is shown. System is taking. When I click on this VF page, it opens my Visual Force page. Same page again I'm opening. See, I can open with the help of button. Did I put the ID? No, automatically ID came in. Dynamic. I told you after deployment, ID will be picked up by the system automatically. So it's picking it up. You open another account, it will pick that particular account ID. So once again, I'm going up, accounts. I open Reliance Banking. System will load Reliance Banking information on the page. See, once again, I click. If I scroll down, I should be able to see Reliance Banking. Creation of a page, deployment of a page. Deployment can be done in 4 ways. 4 ways. Tab, layout, buttons, links. Tab, layout, buttons, link. Tab, layout, buttons, link. These are the 4 ways you can deploy a Visual Force page.
Rupam, one
Yes.
doubt. Rupam, do we have any version control in this page force, like Visual Force?
Yeah, definitely yes. Why not? We do have a
Because
version controlling.
if we have mistakenly did a wrong code and if you want to revert our code to the previous branch or something like that.
We do have a version controlling. We have to activate those and everything. Yes, somebody asked yesterday the same question, almost equivalent question. I said, okay, what is the importance of version controlling or versioning? So we'll come to that.
And one more. Can we do this in? Okay, we are doing it in the developer console. Can we do it in through another compiler from any mode?
Yeah. You can use a third-party tool, Microsoft Visual Code. That's what it supported. Earlier it was Eclipse. Eclipse was decommissioned October 2019 onwards. 1 year back it got decommissioned, and Salesforce is using Microsoft Visual Code. Visual Studio Code. See, here it is. Visual Studio Code. Right? Just to show you.
Okay.
Right? This is the Visual Studio Code. Yes, did I create a page? Yes, there is a, see, this is the page. Visual Force page, Apex page, division. See, I'm creating a page.
So how do you
We'll come
preview
to
it?
this.
That
Not now.
okay,
Not now.
yeah.
When time comes, when not now. Okay. So you asked a question, I gave your answer, and I showed you how to do it. We'll see later. Yes, guys. Still here, everyone clear? How to use the visual code? We'll see later. Everyone clear? Right? All fine. Tomorrow, right? Friday, we will have one more Visual Force class, right? I'll show you a few more syntaxes, right? And then we will keep the Visual Force aside. We will get into Monday onwards on OOPS, object-oriented programming, OOPS programming. And then we will start connecting this to our, pages to the OOPS, the logics, wherever required. It's not that always the OOPS are meant only for the pages. No, there are many things that OOPS concepts are required. We will see that. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you. Have a nice and wonderful day, right? By the way, just to keep you updated, I'm starting a new batch, 8:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. I'm starting a new batch. If you have any of your friends, colleague wish to join, Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time, right? I'm starting a new batch. Today is the demo, right? One more demo would be next week and expected to start from 6th August. So if you feel that I'm teaching good, if you really feel that, yes, the programming piece also he is taking us very smoothly, we are able to understand, then please do recommend. If not, then don't recommend. Completely on you. Your personal opinion matters a lot. If you feel that I'm teaching good, well, then you can recommend your friends, whoever are interested.
New age from the scratch, sir, or
Sorry?
lightning? New age from the
Sorry?
scratch, like
From the scratch.
Okay,
From the same thing, the way 1.5 months back you started with
okay.
consulting, right?
Yes.
Because already we started the lightning batch, right? 2 weeks back, weekend lightning batch started now. So all the lightning interested, last and final call. Those who are interested in lightning, last and final call to onboard the class. Weekend lightning, right? 7:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time, last and final call. Those who wish to onboard, this will be the last time that you can onboard. Thereafter, you will not be able to onboard the lightning development classes. So if you still want to join, it's not too late to join. You can still join. Anything this week you join, you'll be able to understand. Thereafter week onwards, you will not be able to understand. So last and final call. All the people who are in lightning development classes, please contact your admin. Your admin has asked me to pass you this message so that you need to call them back, right? This time it will be a selective, right? It will be a selective link. That means a separate link will be there. So please contact the admin, get the link, right?
Is
At
this
the earliest.
starting the
No,
lightning? I
already
don't.
2 classes over. Already 2 classes over. This is the
Okay.
third class that we will be taking up this Saturday. So it's not the starting, right?
Mhm.
Every batch will get 2 chances to join so that they are appropriate with the timings. If you exactly want to complete the course within 3.5 months, then you should join this. If not, then again, after the development is over, you will get one more chance to join. And there it will take another 2.5 months to complete. So total your course will go to 5.5 months if you're missing this lightning bad chance to join, right? I'm just calling it
No,
out.
I did not join the last two class sessions. So if I join
So
Saturday class,
it's
that
a
will
still
mention.
final. Yes, you will be able to understand. It's a last and final call,
No.
right? So that's it for my end side. But for my end, that's it, right? Thank you guys. Have a nice and wonderful day. Let's meet tomorrow. Please continue with the practice.
Yeah, Rupam, you told that you are going to tell us why the delete and edit button is not showing.
Sorry, I didn't understand. Repeat again.
Like delete and edit button.
Oh,